Okay, hello everyone, this is Zach from Inspire. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, so today let's start our training for Inspire. Actually, we have two-part training section. The first part is about implementation, and the second is about the maintenance. And today is only for server implementation process. So here is the material. So can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I have shared my screen.
No.
No, hold on. How about now? Okay. Okay, today the topic is about server implementation process. And here is 6 steps, our catalog of the implementation. And first, we usually loading our servers from our manufacturer and then transport to the target country. For example, this time is England, UK, and discharge the servers at the data center, usually loading dock. And then we will do the installation. After installation, we will to check the server and debugging. And finally, our customer will accept this project. It's a flow chart. Here is some rules and responsible of Inspire in this project. Usually are sales, PM, coordinator, implementation manager, and implementation members. But usually, when you are on site, our sales and PM wouldn't be on site, and the coordinator also wouldn't be on site. But implementation manager usually will be from your own your side. For example, this time we will assign 2 managers. Jerry and Nick will go on site to help you to do this project. And our sales get the application from the implementation, and our PM will receive application and confirm the work content of the data center, or our customer or on-site people can make sure the surroundings is alright, okay. And our PM also will deal with the abnormal situation. Actually PM, any abnormal situations should be reported to our PM. And coordinator will send the ticket to you in our portal. And later I will show the portal to you so that you can know how to get the ticket, the basic information from the ticket. And our coordinator will dispatch the ticket to you, and you can get the information from our portal. And our coordinator also will help you to apply authorization for implementation from our customer and data center. And the most important rule in this project, in implementation project, is manager and members. So Star Trek will be responsible for these 2 rules. Supervise the logistic staff unloading and to ensure the safety of equipment, and guide and urge the members to complete the rack mounting, cabling, and acceptance on time within the time specified by the customer. Actually, we also marked the time in the portal. And any abnormal situations should be reported to our coordinator and PM, and including but not limited to the damage of the out package and the appearance damage of the equipment. And after the completion of the implementation, the manager also needs to write a daily report and give us the feedback of the implementation issues and upload asset information. Access information, there is a access tag on the server. You can collect the access information or the serial numbers from the server. And finally, after our confirm, you can close the ticket, because our PM will coordinate the ticket in the portal, and the implementation members who will follow the managers to finish the project. And here is a annotation. In case of implementation quantity is less than 10 units, 10 servers, and other special situations, the implementation manager needs to undertake the work of the members. And here is from our customer end. Our customer, for example, this project is for Alibaba. Customer is Alibaba, and the DC operator is the guys who is on site, can help you to go into the data center and to help you to locate the servers and some other operations which can be done in data center. And engineers be responsible for the maintenance of the customer server side, the arrival of the server project acceptance instead of part A. Part A means our customer. Here is the flowchart of the implementation process. First, our customer or sales will request a project to our PM, and our PM will audit the surroundings, the situations with data center, so that if the situation is all right, for example, the rack, the power situation is all right, then the PM will create a ticket and send it to our coordinator. Otherwise, PM will reject this request back to our customer or sales. And the ticket will be dispatched to the implementation manager. For example, this time is Star Trek, and Star Trek will give the member information, for example, the name, the ID information, and back to coordinator, so that she actually next time maybe you will know the coordinator is Judy J, will help you to apply the access to the data center. And then our customer or the data center will audit the roster and to make sure everyone can be gone to the data center. So the implementation manager will take the members, go on site to do the installation and finally click the ticket. And our coordinator or PM will audit the ticket, which is dispatched to you in the portal. If the ticket has been done or confirmed by our customer, so the ordination will be passed, and then you can close the project. So this flowchart is clear for everyone, especially for the implementation manager. So who will be the manager for this project? Hello, Star Trek team. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, so who will be the manager for this project this time?
With me? Sorry? Michael doesn't participate this training. Right. It's already done. It's already done. So he just managed the project, not on site. Yeah.
He's done some of it on site. Craig, who's outside as well, has, and I've done. So I'll probably help him with the other.
You will help him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael's the team leader.
Okay.
This is he's been involved in the baby method, so he knows a little bit of detail already.
郑毅，郑毅，
能听见？
喂，
喂，能听见？喂？
现在是说这边的那个 Michael 会作为这个
manager。
能听到吗？
能听到 ，Michael 是 manager。
喂，
我能听见。不会吧，声音断。
Michael 是 manager， 但是他并不是在线。
啊，那现场没有人吗？现场谁是 manager？
现场现在是另外一个公司What's your name? Adam. You are on site?
Yes.
对。
So Adam is the on-site implementation manager. So Adam, so can you clearly for this flowchart?
See, sorry.
Oh, on the day.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay. So 侯姐，你们那是不是听我不清楚啊？
延迟比较大，但是说话的话应该还是比较清楚的。
哦 ，OK， 好，那我就继续了。Okay, next is the subflow of the implementation. Here we unpack the flowchart of the implementation. For example, during the installation, during the process, during the installation, our PM will be the SQC, the contact window to every abnormal case. For example, the on-site check, unpacking, the recommending, or other issues. Later, I will show you some cases for the abnormal cases. But for our manager, for example, this time is Michael and Ahmed, should be responsible for the confirmation. For example, confirm with the delivery team, confirm with the data center team, so that confirm the on-site time. For example, tomorrow there is a project for tomorrow installation, and you get the ticket. You can see the time from our portal is, for example, 9 o'clock, but before tomorrow, it means today, you need to talk with the delivery team, and you also need to talk with data center team, the on-site guys. For example, for the delivery team, you need to confirm with them our servers can be delivered to the data center on time before 9 o'clock, or any delayed. If any abnormal issues should be reported to our side, for example, our PM, our coordinator. And you also need to talk with our customer or the on-site guys to make sure your access has been applied by our customer for everyone. So it's just 2 cases for the abnormal. So any abnormal issues should be reported to our project manager. So it's very, very important. Must be reported to our customer in time. And after the installation, our customer or the data center on-site guys will audit this project. And then after they can say, you can leave, you can go back, you have already finished this installation, this project, okay, or you can leave the data center. And now go back to the main process. So for this flowchart is about some detailed abnormal, some steps. One more case, for example, when the server are on site and one of the package is damaged, and you also need to take picture and send the pictures and report this issue to our project manager immediately, so that our project manager can make sure, can do the next step, what you can do for this server. Now I will show you the implementation process one by one in detail. First part is preparation. Here is a question for all of you. Before I arrive at the data center, what information should I know in advance? So, who can answer this question? Michael, Amit?
I would say you want to know if you have access, and you want to know how many devices you install.
Yeah, access. So, any else?
Contact details for people on site.
Contact the people.
And also the location on site where you're actually going to be putting the equipment.
Location.
Location, stage, things like that.
Hello?
Hello?
Any more?
Rack location. That's about it, I think.
Okay. Access. Data center contact.
Contact name and location.
Location. Okay. Here I will show you more information. Actually, when you get this ticket, so far maybe you haven't get the link for our portal, but later after the training we will dispatch we also will create the account for everyone or for the team member leader and for our portal. And here is it's a part of our portal, so that you can see some information. For example, our customer name, country, location, address, and the contact information, telephone number, email ID, and his position, like this. And also you can get the information about our products. For example, the quantity and the product model. Actually, from the model, you also can know it's 2U, 1U, or 4Us. But it's for tomorrow material. But today, I just show you the implementation process. For example, this one, this 4 means for you. And also, you can get the starting day of the implementation, and who is the installation manager. Actually, installation manager actually is within your team. For example, this time maybe Amit or Michael is the installation manager. It is decided by your team. So for example, this ticket our coordinator will dispatch this ticket to your coordinator, and your coordinator will dispatch this ticket to the installation manager. For example, this time is Michael or Amit. And other information, actually there is some suggestions in our portal, and some documents should be filled in, and some instructions in our portal you can download and go through and check every checkpoint, and fill in the necessary information in the format. And finally, don't forget to upload in our portal. Here is the link you can download in our portal. Later I will show the portal to you. And there is also SOP in the portal. We have already uploaded, so that you can download and go through. Actually, different customer has different SOPs. So for example, this time you finish the Alibaba project, but next time maybe the Tencent one, but the SOP is almost same, but also some part is quite different. So before every project, you also need to go through the SOP carefully. Otherwise, sometimes we'll make mistakes in the data center, and we will get a complaint from our customer end. And the second part is about tools. All of the tools, I think, as an engineer, is almost necessary. Laptop, screwdriver, wire cutter, tile, and the characterization of the server implementation, some checklist, paper, SOP, driver license. Actually, it depends. For example, in your country, it's ID, any identity, any card, any ID can can confirm you are you. Can show the you can show the ID to the data center. Can make sure this ID is belongs to you. So it depends, but usually in foreign country the ID is driver license. So so how about in UK? Michael or Amit is also available. The ID is also driver license.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
driver's license or passport.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. So don't forget to take your driver license to the data center. Otherwise, you can't go into the data center.
Yeah.
And other tools, USB serial line and swipe gun. Okay, for the swipe gun, I think I recommend you take one, at least one, so that you can collect the information like serial number and the access tag into your laptop so that you can save your time. It's a necessary tool for you. And the mark pen is also necessary. For example, actually before the project, you will get a location list. There will show you the location for each server, which server should be installed in which rack, in which U number, and so that when the delivery team unpack the package and take out of the server from the package and put them on the trolley, so that you can use the mark pen to write down the location and the U number on the side of the server, so that you can when you deliver the servers from the loading dock to the data center to the room, you can put the servers in the same group or in the same trolley according to the information you wrote on the side of the server. And the knife is also necessary. For example, you need to cut the tile, or you also can use the wire cutter to cut the tile. And others, it depends. Okay, the access, yeah. Usually, when we dispatch the ticket to your team, and also will ask you to give us a feedback on the roster, who will be who will be the team leader, who will be go on site, the members. We also need your driver license, ID, your name, so that we can collect the information to and send to our customer. And our customer will help us to apply the data center's access. So it's the access, the name, ID, and usually maybe we also need the telephone number. But name and ID are necessary. And for the prevention of emergency, you can refer to the follow table to increase the number of the authorized personnel. For example, number of the step requirements and the redundant amount of the authorized personnel. For example, we require 5 members to finish this project. I think you can add one more as redundant personnel in case of someone sick or some other issues. And for the 5 or 2 team guys, you can send us the roster contains 12 ones, and more than 10, you can send us 13 or 14 ones, so that in case of the sickness or anything. And before the installation, and as I mentioned just now, you also need to confirm with INSPER or with the data center on-site tech to make sure the access has been applied successfully. Otherwise, give us a feedback timely, and our project manager or coordinator will do their best to solve this problem. And the fourth is about logistics information. Usually, we will write down a delivery time in our ticket, but we can make sure every goods, every servers can be delivered to the data center on site. So now it's your responsibility to talk with the local logistics team to make sure the servers can be delivered to data center on time, or which time can be sent to the data center. So if there are any delay because of traffic jam or customs, so you also give the feedback to our project manager or coordinator, so that we can talk with our customer to solve this abnormal case situation. And also, you also need to go on site on time. Must be go on site before the delivery team go on site. Only in this way you can understand, you can say what did they do for our servers, for our package in the data center, in the loading dock, from our delivery team. And you can check the surroundings, the packages of the servers, if there are any damage, and don't forget to take a picture and give the feedback to our PM or coordinator. And also, if the arrival time of the logistics is too late, and it will affect the project schedule, and give the feedback to the PM timely. For example, if there are only 10 servers will be installed tomorrow, and the take time is 9 o'clock, and when you go on site is on time 9 o'clock, but the logistic team didn't make it. They arrive at 11 o'clock, so it causes you 2 hours to wait, and the implementation will be done. Only can be done in the afternoon, so that. But maybe you have other issues, for example, maintenance or a next location installation. So now you need to give the feedback to our PM. Our PM will decide what's the next step. And here is for the preparation. So do you remember logistic, access, tools, and the ticket information? So everyone can clear it. Amit, Michael.
Hello?
Hello? So do you remember what should be prepared before the project?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello? Oh, this is going very bad.
It's very bad. So do you have WeChat?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello there?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's very clear.
Wait.
喂
Wait.
喂喂喂，
有点卡。
要不用微信啊？
你先把那个Webex 静音一下。
进了，静音了。
喂。
喂，我能听见。我这是静音，你是不是开的？嗯。静音了。嗯，静音了。好。用这个怎么样？信号好点吗？
这个好一些。你讲了。
这个我这个 preparation 已经讲完了，你们听到了吗
？preparation 那段没问题，就从这一页刚切过来那个地方。
啊。啊 ，OK， 好。 我就是刚才问他们一个问题。OK， how about now? It's clear now for everyone. Michael or me? Michael or me?
现在可以，你继续讲就可以了。
OK。
我们在一块儿。
OK。
然后另外一个你注意一下时间，现在一共一个小时了，不是半个小时，然后还有1个小时，能讲完吗？
啊，我们不是2个小时的吗？
我看写到11点。
但是是从4点半才开始讲的呀。这才讲了半个小时啊。
你先讲吧。
好啊，那我后面加快一些。
你先讲吧。
OK. Okay, the next stage is arrive. Okay, the next stage is about arriving on site. Okay, the second part is the arrival on site. So we need to check our access at the data center. So when you get the access, you need to show your ID or driver license at the data center gate. There is a guide will let you show your ID to them so that they can check your access in their list, and so that they will give you a pass or give you or inform the on-site, for example Alibaba on-site guys to come to the gate of the data center and guide you or guys into the data center room. And you also need to understand the specification of Inspert server implementation. Actually, we have already uploaded in our ticket in our portal, so that you can confirm, you can very understand every item in this document. For example, you can't drink water, can't eat food, you can't touch any other running servers like this. And finally, you need to sign the document. Here is a lot of operation specifications. Take a picture or drinking or eating like this. So you need to read them very carefully. And the team leader, the manager, for example, this time is Ami, will go on site. So Ami, you need to let everyone know clearly about these specifications. For example, you can get them together and read the specifications to everyone, and emphasize each point to them, and make sure everyone can understand each item, and finally sign on the document. It's a signature. Okay, the third stage is loading and unpacking. So, what do we pay attention to during unloading, unpacking, and how to deal? So Amit and Michael. So do you have?
If there's any damage to the boxes.
Damage boxes.
Make sure you have the correct number of devices.
A number, yeah. Damage, package damage, and the number, and anything else.
And if you see any damage, take photos and send them.
The garbage location.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. About the garbage, you also need to be patient to this point. After the unpacking and actually the delivery team will be responsible for gathering all the garbage, all the packages to the garbage bin, or take them back to their truck and take them away. It depends. And if the garbage bin is big enough, so you can put the package on the garbage bin. Otherwise, maybe our customer or the on-site tech, Alibaba on-site tech will ask them to take them along with them, go back to the truck. Sometimes it depends, and it's a good answer. And now we can see them in the detail. For example, the first, when the delivery team delivering the servers from the truck to the loading dock, there is no through or no dropping or other violence behavior. It's very important. Otherwise, it will damage our server or damage the package, damage the server. And when you find this situation, you need to stop them in time and give the feedback to our PM and check the package, check the server, so that make sure every package is alright, okay, and make sure the servers looks like okay is. Otherwise, you can put this server on a side, and after all the servers installed, and you can check this server works normal or not. And here is the unpacking. When the package is damaged, so you need to write it down. You need to take a picture of the server package and the part of the damage. For example, there is raining or transformation, and the picture of the labels, serial number, model, and any other information and labels on this package. So also you also need to check the server can boot up or works normal. And any this information, for example, the damage package, the situation should be reported to our project manager. And here, for example, the server. When you find the server is transformer, there is damage on the server. So you need to take the picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 even. Otherwise, besides the package, the labels, the servers, the damaged part, the labels on the server, you also need to take picture of the forms within the package. And also you need to give the feedback to our PM and write down this abnormal case phenomenon situation in our portal. And here unpacking, you need to remove the project film. Actually it depends. Some customer, it depends on the customer. Maybe for Alibaba there is no film on the top of the server, but for other customers, for example, maybe there is a film. So don't forget to remove the film. And a protected thing like the spread package should be put under the server after unpacking. And instead, don't put the servers on the empty package. For example, on the right picture, the delivery team put the servers on the empty box, but the box can't bear the so heavy servers, and all the servers dropped down, and the servers are damaged. So it's very bad and influences the process of the implementation. And here is the reference to the number of the server in each stack. It means that also for the delivery, when you put the servers on the trolley, for example, when you at most you can put 10 servers on one trolley in this one time, and for 2U 8 servers, and 4U 4 servers, and more than 4U only 2 servers in each stack in each trolley. And after the unpacking, count the number of the server and make sure the quantity is right, is same as the quantity in your portal, in your ticket. And confirm with the Alibaba, for example this time is Alibaba. Confirm with customer on-site tag and make sure the quantity is also correct, same with them they received. And finally, there is a receipt should be signed by the customer. And sometimes for Baidu will be assigned by ourselves instead of the on-site customer on-site tag. And the fourth stage is rack mounting. Usually, we needn't to install any path into the server, but sometimes you need to install some paths into the server, for example the GPU or SSP. So for example, because the strength of the cards usually is not enough, so some cards will be put in the package separately. And so now you need to install the parts, for example the GPU. And when so there is a point when the delivery team unpackage the package, you need to confirm every path has been removed from the package, especially the parts like GPU and the SFP model. And after install the parts, you need to do the power test. It's a regular demand to network customer. If customer has no such demand, this step can be ignored. So you can talk with the customer on-site tech to make sure this step should be done or not. So here is the step how to test the power. The first step, plug the power cable into the PSUA. And step 2, plug all the power cables into the A and B. And the third, plug the power cable into the B, only B. So to make sure the indicator of the power works normal. Otherwise, give the feedback to our PM. And there is a situation, for example, in the winter, the in-out and outdoor temperature is quite different. So you need to confirm. The servers must be tested the electronic power. The inspection scope includes the inside and outside of the package. If the condensation is found, the server must not be plugged the power cables. At this time, the server needs to be put aside, and then the power will be switched on after the condensation is removed. It's usually for the situation the winter or the temperature is quite different indoor or outdoors. And here, mark the location as I mentioned during the tools part. You can use the marker pen to write down the rack location and the U number on the side of the server, so that it will help you, it will save your time to do the installation. You can put them in the same group which are in the same rack. And one more point, don't mark on the top of the server. Okay, next, you will take the servers from the loading dock to the server room. So it's the same as the quantity for each stack, for each trolley. One U, there is no more than 10 servers. 2 U, how many? Pardon? 8?
8.
Yeah, correct. And also should be transported by 2 guys. So take care of your steps. For example, there is some step hills and data center walls, floors, and anything where on your way to the rack or the room. So just move carefully, don't damage the server. And here, usually there is 2 kinds of the reels, but usually on the picture, on the left of the picture, we usually don't use the L type rail overseas. Usually we use the mount type rails, and usually the rails will be divided into two kinds. One is separated by inner and outer, and another kind is drop in. So when you can pull out the inner of the rail, and you can drop the server on the rail, and then you can put it back. We call it drop in type. And finally, no matter which of the rail, don't forget to fix the screw of the front of the server. There is 2 screws here. Actually, the picture is for M3. For this time, there is a clipper will cover this screw. You can't see it directly, but you can remove the lever, the lever, and you can see the screw, and you also need to fix it. And here is the after install the server and fix the screw in the front of the server. You also need to bend the cables and paste the labels on the power cables and sometimes network cables. Actually, for this part, it's very complex and time-consuming work. So you need to pay much attention to this part. For example, there is other servers, original servers in this rack. When you plug in the power cables, power cords, or insert the network cables, don't touch the running servers. The cable, the network, the server, any part of the server, any connection to this server, the running server, don't touch them. It's the most important thing. And for this part, it's very easy to touch other servers' power cable and network cables. So I hope for your first time, the team leader should pay much attention to this part of the job and give every member of this team, everyone, tell them everyone must be careful. Don't touch the running servers, including the power cords, network cables, and the power buttons, any of them. And after insert the power cable and network cables, you also need to paste the labels. Usually, the labels should be printed in advance, and according to our customer requirements, the length, the content of the label, you need to ask our customer which should be wrote down, and like this. And here is the confirmed whether the interface of the power cable can match with the interface of the PDU. Actually, for this part, our project manager will confirm with our customer on-site tech in advance. And you also need to, when you go on site, you also need to confirm this part in case of. And here it's about the network cables. Connect the network cables to the corresponding port according to the on-site operation team. It means our customer on-site tech pay attention to the relationship of the color of the network cables. For example, the network cables maybe have 3 colors: red, blue, and gray. So that, for example, the red one should be inserted to the IPMIE port, and another tool should be the to the network card. So don't make mistake about the connection. Different color different color means different network port. And make sure every network cables is inserted fixed, especially when you hear the click sound. It makes sure the cable is connected, and there will be no virtual connection, strong, weak, electronic separation. Make sure the cables are surely connected. And next, debugging. Actually, for the debug part, usually we needn't to do, but sometimes it depends on the our customer requirements. For example, the basic information like bus, BMC, FRU, those information can meet customer requirements and do some configuration. Actually, usually the IP will be assigned by the DHCP server, and you also need to confirm with the on-site operator tech. Make sure you need to manage to set up the IP or not. And for the read level, it also depends on the customer requirements. If the server needs to be made read, so you need to make read on site. Otherwise, you need to do anything. And install the operating system. For about the OS, usually our customer will install the OS by themselves, but you also need to confirm with customer on-site tech. And here is the final check with the on-site guys, and clean up the trash during installation, especially the rack, and collect the information. Actually, you also can collect the information during the unpacking stage. In the loading dock, you can collect the information, serial number, access tag, and count the quantity of the servers at the loading dock. And self-test. In our portal, there is a checklist you can download, and you can check the servers for the each for the each checkpoint. But you also need to confirm with the on-site tech. Maybe they have other additional requirements, so you need also to help them to do it. And you also need to give the feedback to our PM, you can do or not. But the checkpoint should be done from our portal. And you also need to check with the on-site technician. The check can be done or not. And finally, our customer on-site tech need to sign on the report. And before they assign the report, you also need to write it down, fill in the information, basic information, like the team leader name and the model of server and the quantity of server. And finally, when you leave the data center and go back to or at the data center or go back to your office, you can click the ticket and click the close the ticket. Means you need to write down the process of the rate, for example 15% or 100% for this day. And you also need to write the installation daily report, the summary, and the next day plan. If there is no next day plan, so you can write down no. And also need to upload the serial number. So just to upload the serial number you have collected in the data center or in the loading dock. And finally, the tickets should be closed in 24 hours before move to ending of the installation. Okay, so it's the time for the rest. Have a break. Okay, see you later in 10 minutes. Thank you.
It's excellent performance.
声音能听见吗？
能听见。
我的意思是说，那个刚我看的课程可能不是最新的。
啊。
然后那个我刚刚我在让后梁发邮件，等会儿你稍微等，我让他发过来邮件我看一眼，那个文件我把最新的再给你。因为我看里边有些内容可能太老了，就后边那一部分。
后面这部分
是这样，你在第三部分不是讲什么用电怎么插线这些东西啊？
对对对。
包括线上怎么反馈，然后这个东西当时我让后梁改过一版，后边我不经验啊。等会儿你稍等，我让后梁发给我看一下，我等会儿转给你，然后咱们对一下，有一些可能包括线上，比如异常反馈，我原都让后梁放在前面那一部分，一个不有现场嘛，你讲到相当于是整个地方讲完，其实整个功能在现场更多的是要反馈那异常，比如物理包括延迟啊，比如这些东西都是在现场说，所以这个课程放在前面。然后当时说关于什么电、用电、用网这些东西，就不讲了，包括什么写文教都不讲了。然后再往下，最后那一部分，你们看第6部分那个 safety specification 那个是后来我们单独加了一个课， 这个里边更多是给，当时是主要是想给工人讲的，就是第6部分，不是第2部分，我是第6部分，第6部分，不是第3。
啊，
是第6部分，这个后面专门讲嘛，就是关于你现场一定要所有人宣贯这个规范，搞它用电规范，要谨防这个禁授权，然后完了要注意不要抽烟不要喝酒啊，再往下要随手关门，再往下对就这个，就是说给他重点是讲这个电不要碰，你一碰一挂了业务很重要，这个是讲是单独给大家强调一下这一块，主要是这个目的，明白我意思吗？
啊，可以啊。
就第6部分这个课是第6部分像一个专题给大家讲，就是说现场其实交付慢一点都 OK， 但是规范这个非常重要，这个是零容忍的对于这一块，所以说这个东西要给大家强调。但是作为专题，但后面刚刚说第3、第4、第5部分可能都不讲了。啊。我后来把这个我和你们对，我往一稍一等。
好。
行吧。
行。
我先挂了啊。
好。现在都不讲了。
不讲了好，
不讲了好。
第6个课题还要单独专题讲一个，4今天讲吗？
那讲呗。
那再讲专题讲，不就承认重要性嘛？因为我发你那个考题就是第6部分那个 safety specification 那个，看了吗？
没看。
我还让你说有个眼睛去看那个考题的。
不管了。哈。哇，这个部分，这个从53到54这一页衔接的很尴尬。
哪路？
就我现在拍那个。Adam 是 Adam。马考这才给回复。怎么了？怎么了？今天晚上吃什么自助餐吗？
没这么多钱，主要是现在培训吗？10个人吗？
这么多人啊？我不知道几个人。我连谁参加培训我都不知道。我不现场问的吗？侯杰说是 Michael team 远程 team leader， 现场的是 Adam 是吧？Adam， 我们上厕所。这么久没说这么多话，早了。 结束了吗？
没有人说。
嗯？
没有人说。
发这儿来有啥屁用？给我发微信上来了，我他妈还得先登微信。操！喂，啊，我看他发给我了。
后来给你发那个你看了？
我等一下微信。
后边，我是说就那3、4、5、6那几个你就用他那版，我不知道他那版可能就光改了一点吧，光改了好像是我看的好像是就改了那一个那个叫什么？叫给你发的那个应该是前面应该是前面没动，就是你那个第3部分。
我先下来。
哎，他这把好。有一部分删了。就是你那一部分你下来了吗？
等会儿，还在下呢，挺大的，23兆。传我微信上来了，我这电脑没登微信，我这先传电脑。
他就给我改到第70页，封闭性第70页。
第70页啊？
那个 PPT 的70页。你下完了吗？还是说很慢？我单独把那页发。
我是正在传我电脑上，已经传了快一半了。第70页，那前面这几个部分，3、4部分还是讲呗。
对，那不动。但是你得加个速度，我觉得这时间不够。后面那个比较简单，你大致过来就行。
那3、4、5我就大致灌一下，重点讲6呗。
我给你留那一组看。要讲6组，我把那页单独发给你吧，你收上邮件。你说有意思啊？到了吗？
还没有。
还没有。
没有啊，没过来。
还没收到吗？
没有。
可能啊，一会儿去了。肯定下完了。你微信都弄完了吗？
微信上的还在传，应该传完了，我看一下。
邮件
正在收呢。
收没收到？这么慢？
电脑快收完了。
可以。
43.3兆。
我给你发个1页，怎么可能40多兆？互联网改传了，它这个也慢，还收不到。
我这快收完了，我传我电脑上来了。
哎，斌哥。
发了只有20多 K 啊，怎么可能？
哎，斌哥。
到底是你是谁呀？
斌哥，我一会儿，你听到我说话吗？
怎么了？
现场有多少工程师参加培训啊？
什么？
现场有多少个人参加培训？
应该是7个。
7个。
对，我先不管人的问题，我说正经你先看下课，这是重点，让进度。 还没收到我发的邮件吗？
我已经通过微信传到我电脑了。第70页是吧
？70。
Logistic related content。
不，其实也翻到了呗，你翻到你跟我说。
翻到了。我现在还在晒我的屏幕，你应该能看到。Installation。对，我在70页上。
没有看不到，我说就是有菊花色的表那个，对吧？
对对对。
啊，就那个，这是那页，那页替换，我跟你说啊，替换你哪页？替换那个你的 PPT 65页。
我就按这个讲不就行了吗？按这个新。
这怎么是第5部分？
我就按这个新 PPT 讲呗，就从第5。
我现在里边不对，我里边不是都对。
就这一页，我把这一页替换到。
第4个，不是，就是那个你 PPT 你讲的课卷第65页不写的是 Classification， 这个就是相关问题的这种解决方案，对吧？
我知道了，替换到这一页，把这一页删掉。
这个就说现场各种，对。
OK。
是这个替换，其他都不变。
好，可以了。哎，我现在我已经替换完了，我现在那个什么共享屏幕，你们那边看不到了吗？
可以啊，可以看到。
可以看到。
你看你替换完
了。OK， 好。
对。不过这页字有点小。
我一会儿那啥，投影放大应该会好吧？
这样，行吧，那你先开始吧，我让后接用微信拨你。
我让微信拨我干啥？后接，好，可以，好。嗓子疼，不讲了。Hello everyone, can you hear me?
能听到吗？
能听到。Hello everyone, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So can you see my screen? Okay. So it's about this part is about the relevant specification for implementation. Okay, first the Rex looks neat. For after the implementation, I think the Rex should looks like those two pictures. Must be neat. The power cables, the network cables, and are neat and not messy, and with a sense of the whole of the rack. And then at the label board side of the power cables, at the end, at the front and the rear of the power cables, label name rules. Also, it depends on the customer on-site customer requirements. You can talk with them, and otherwise you can follow these requirements in our PowerPoint. And the label order, all data centers should follow the order that numbers I encourage from the bottom to top. And numbers in the front of the letters, and for example 1 before A, 2 before B, like this. And here is about the network cables requirements in rack. The network cables and power cords are level and don't cross each other. They must be put in the same level. For example, there is a space between each servers, so you can put the network cables or the power cords into the space. Otherwise, you can put them in the same server according to the server. And here is the specification for pre-binding of power cables in the rack. Power cords reserves length in rack referring to the server size. The length of the power cables is set to the distance between the two PDUs in rack, and the same length is reserved at the board's end. For example, this power cords need to be plugged into the this side of the PDU, so you need to reserve the necessary enough length to the PDU. And here is the power cords between the different PDU, and for example, if there are two PDUs in one side, and some another situation is one PDU here, one PDU in one side, and another PDU in another side. And from the top to the bottom, and curvature to be consistent. Organize power cords smoothly in the cord slot from top to the bottom with ties. You see the ties. Don't forget to cut the tie after you use the tie. At the bottom of the power cords, usually there is a space in each bottom of the rack, so you can put some. You can put the extra power cords, the extra length into the bottom of each rack. And here, fix the cords according on PDU. The bending curvature of the power cords must be consistent, like this. You can see them space from. You can look through all the power cords. And here is the most very important, because it's very easy to lose power. The situation in this picture is forbidden. To ensure that power cords plug in totally and PDU are tightly connected. It's very, very important. So you need to pay much attention to this part. And here, all tech must wear shoe cover when entering the center, and also and the smoking and drinking is also forbidden in the server room, as well as video without access, and it's also forbidden in entering of the server room and inside the warehouse. Drinking and carrying the backpack and wrapped. When installed servers, nobody are able to touch any unrelated equipment. It's very, very important, like the original server power cord, network cable, air conditioning switch, power cabinet and switch. So for this part is very, very important, because the running server will be powered off if you touch them. So don't touch unrelated equipment. Related like servers, running switches, and other equipment can't be touched. Only operate on the servers you are writing on. And don't use the PDU to supply power for the monitor, or especially for your laptop. and other tools like power cable, and you also need to ask the customer on-site tech to make sure to confirm you can use. You can get the access from on-site tech guys. And during server installation and maintenance, any removement involving the operation of the racks, the rear, the back of the rack, and the engineer must double check with the on-site tech the data center name, the rack number name, and the unit number, the serial number, and the model. And in case of finding a wrong server or a wrong rack, make a mistake during the installation, check the data center room number and rack number, front and behind, location, and the rack's air switch. And here is some abnormal problems, phenomena, and solutions. So the PM will be the first person should be reported and give the feedback to, because he is responsible for the abnormal improvement on site, and the following abnormal occurred during the implementation process need to be improved to PM and first time in order to solve the problem. If there is a serious effect caused by the failure of improvement at the site, the implementation manager shall bear the corresponding responsibilities. For example, abnormal source, logistics related. The logistics can't determine the arriving time, or the arriving time is late than the appointed time for more than 1 hour. And at this time, you need to give the feedback to our project manager. And the unloading person or tools are missing, which affect the on-site delivery efficiency seriously. The server may have been damaged or damaged during to the packaging, deformation, or falling from the heat during the unloading. Authorization related. During to the reading of the authorization, including logistics, vehicle, and unloading personnel, the installation has to be delayed for more than 1 hour. Installation environment. Due to the bad weather of a machine's room, installation can't be finished. For example, the power or the network cables are not ready. During to the customer machine room environment, the installation, so you can't finish this installation. For example, the network cable can't be inserted into the server, so the project can't be finished. But you also need to give the feedback to the PM, so that PM can give the feedback, the real on-site situation to our customer, and to decide next step. You need to go on site second time to plug in the power network cables or others. And violation operation. Don't comply with the machine room regulations or SOP requirements, leading to bad impact toward the site, environment, machines, or business. And demands change. There is a large difference difference between actual delivery requirements and PM description, leading to the implementation workload increases more than 1 hour, and temporary change of customer demand, leading to actual more than 1 hour, and due to the customer environment factors, due to customer reasons, multiple visits, satisfaction, and the service is completed. The customer can't sign or refuse to sign, so you need to understand why he cannot sign this our documents and give the feedback to our PM. And the customer has a performance or implementation of the complaint or unnecessary. And here is some lessons from the practice. The case 1. Actually, I have already shown to all of you. They put the servers on the empty box package, so the package can't bear the so heavy servers, so the servers dropped down, and so the manager should talk with the data center manager or customer and logistics and other parts, and should be responsible for the whole process of the delivery with coordination and supervision, so that make sure our servers are safe. And this one is about the parts, and I also mentioned that you need to supervise, watch out the delivery team when they unpack the package of the server, and make sure every part should be removed from the package. Make sure the package are empty except some forms. And for this case, usually we put the cards in the top of the package, but the delivery team unpacks the package from the back, from the bottom of the package, so they only take out the server from the package, but leave the cards in the package. So it's another, and the cards are very, very expensive. So that you also need to, the manager must be on site and take care about this step. Make sure the package are empty. And this one is that don't use the PDU. Don't connect your laptop to the PDU. Maybe the power cord of your laptop is damaged, so that will cause the PDU damage or short, so that make all of the servers in this rack power off. So it's very, very dangerous. So don't use the PDU to connect your own equipment like PDU, your phone, like this. So, and for this case, it's about the switch. And for the keyboarding, maybe there is another keyboard already installed in the PDU, so that but you if you want to organize the power cords, and in this time maybe this guy just wants to make everything perfect, and he removed this power cord, which is already plugged in the PDU original, but this power cord belongs to the switch, and the switch powered off, and then we get a complaint from our customer. So this is also very dangerous. And here is the safety tips in data center. Learn the specification of server implementation and sign. And there are a lot of tips on these documents. And check in and check out, and write down your information like name, company ID, and check-in time, check-out time. With the tools like the show cover, necessary tools, and the permission card. No smoking, no drink, no food in data center, and keep door closed when you go in and out of the door, and no photos without permission, and no copy from the server, and make sure the server are put in the flat ground with protection. Take care of the heat. When you 10 servers to you, no more than 8 servers, and don't put the servers on the empty package. And the head of the server don't exist the requirement. And when you deliver the servers, to move the trolley must be 2 guys in pair to make sure the servers are safe. And and some measures to protect the ground, otherwise will damage the data center. And here the safety instruction for implementation process. Electronic safety specification. Electronic safety is an internal topic. Once carelessness, it will cause a measurable loss and unbearable serious consequence. In large cases, it may cause damage to equipment, interruption of customers' business, and even injury to personnel. In severe cases, it may cause fire or casualty. During delivery, it is prohibited. It's forbidden to open or close PDU without permission. You must confirm with the customer on-site tech. And don't connect the PDU with your own device, and your mobile cell phone can't connect to the server, and pay attention to avoid cut the power cables when you use the cutter, when you cut the tie. And if this area is limited, so if you have no permission, so please don't go into this area. And don't allow to rely on the equipment. Don't allow to touch the off limits device. So it's all the material for the implementation. And now Jerry will show you other things for this specific project. This project is for Alibaba. So thank you for all.
Thank you.
Jerry.
Okay. 好，你可以撤了。
Good luck. 拜拜。
拜拜。
讲完了。
我看你没给他挣点钱来着。你这个考试要100分的。
哦，是吧？他没有我抓紧吗？为什么我们这时间超时了吗？
我估计他们应该不想着给读个书了。
咱们不是从4点半开始讲的吗？2个小时不应该到6点半吗？这才6点15，是吧？为什么呢？一直从那催我快点讲，啥意思呢？哎，老久不讲，嗓子那么疼。最近好久没讲过课。我还录着屏呢。停着机啊。